Hi everyone, it's me Darlene with a different kind of hairdo. Sometimes I just like the hair away from my face, but now I remember why I rarely wear headbands. It is because, especially like this kind, or even just the kind, this, goes all the way around, but even just the kind that you just put on, they end up giving me a headache. I never could wear a ponytail because I would get a headache from that. So I was going to take this off, but look. I have to do something about that. So I'm just going to leave it on and we'll deal with it. I am so excited to tell you guys about clothes racks that I got so incredibly cheap. I don't know what the price currently is. I will look in a second. But I paid under $15 for clothes racks for my upcycled fashions clothing that Peanut Gallery members sent to me. I want to say I'm not looking for any more clothes. I have more than enough. I kind of stopped doing that series because I had no place for the clothing. It ended up going upstairs, and then I was not inspired to use any of it because I couldn't see it. So I decided I need that clothing in front of me at all times so I can see it and pick pieces and start that series back up. So excited to do that. So I went to Walmart.com. I looked at a lot of different places, Home Depot, Lowe's, all kinds of things, thinking that I needed industrial clothes racks because once upon a time I had bought some clothes racks and they were inexpensive and I couldn't hold much clothing. They weren't on wheels, first of all. I hated that. And they kind of like swayed a little bit. But, I didn't want to spend $60, $75, $80, $100 on clothes racks. So I went to Walmart.com, my preferred shopping site, and I made sure it was a Walmart.com product. So if I didn't like, I can return. And I saw these clothing racks that were only like 14 something. And I was like, that can't possibly work. And I was reading the reviews, and the reviews seemed really good. And I think one of the reasons it worked is because there's a bar in the middle too, so that adds support. And the base looks pretty wide, and I liked that. So I purchased 2 of them. I already put one together because I wanted to show you how to put it together, and I thought I'll put one together just so I have an idea of what I'm doing. And if I hated the clothes rack, I was just going to tell everybody in my Peanut Gallery group I unboxed one and didn't like it, so I'll shop some more because I kind of promised that I would do an unboxing and an assembly video if I liked it, and I love it. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look up the price. Hang on. I only paid $14.88 per clothing rack, and they're still at that price. So I will have a link for you down below and in the description box and also in the comments. I have a feeling some people might want to buy this after you see how good and sturdy these things are. These are perfect for if you have a walk-in closet and the dimensions will fit. I'm sure everything is in the Walmart listing. You can go check that out. But I also thought of in a laundry room, you could like put things on hangers and just hang things until you bring it to the closet if you are a person who still hangs things up. Or in a kid's room, just, an extra place to put clothing, even if you don't have a closet, in the kid's room or the closet is just too tiny. Sometimes you need extra. In a garage, maybe you have, people who would like to hang up sportswear or even could hang some bags or something that they can put their cleats in. I mean, I don't know. I'm just coming up with all kinds of things. Or just, extra jackets that are, just to mess around in. Or if somebody works on cars and they get oil all over things. Or maybe you have a nice, clean, dry basement and you want to just, store seasonal clothes, hang the winter clothes up when it's summer, put the summer clothes on the racks when it's winter. Or maybe you have yard sales and you would like to be able to hang things up. I mean, for $14.88, this is a good deal. And somebody mentioned, I think, in the comments that she bought hers, I think, for like yard sales or whatever. But when she saw the quality, she ended up buying a bunch for her consignment shop. She's like, this is how much I liked these. So I thought, okay, it's worth a shot. I could always return it if I don't like it. Now, what I was kind of looking for, though, is I wanted, something with a lot of height so that I could hang long things. But right away when I saw this, with this bar in the middle, I was like, that's extra support. And this is just for clothing that I'm going to be recycling in Upcycled Fashions videos. So if I have something long, I can just fold it over the hanger. I'm fine with that. But look, you have these ends here. I don't know if you can see. So you can hang long things on the sides, and these poles go in if you don't want them, especially if it makes something not fit in your space. Yeah, because I think that extends beyond the base. I guess let's just get with it. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll just show you how we put it together. And do go check out that link down below. And I can't guarantee how long they'll be in stock, or sometimes when there's a bunch of little orders that come in, sometimes the price changes. So I can't promise you that price, but I can promise you that the link should take you there. Go check it out, and let's just get started. Now, I can't remember in the listing if it says like how much weight it can carry. You can also go check out the people's reviews and see, but I can certainly put more than I have. I just went upstairs and grabbed some of the clothing. Many of you guys will recognize your garments hanging here, and then I have more stuff hanging there. Again, I just hung a little bit because that's all I brought down. I didn't stop there because I thought it couldn't handle more. I'm pretty sure it can handle much more than what I have here. It's very sturdy. I mean, of course I can sway it back and forth, but I can tell it's sturdy, and it has wheels and it rolls nicely. And then these things, like I said, can just be put away like that if you don't want the extended sides sticking out. And it has a mark like right here where you can feel right there is where it needs to stop if you want to stick it out. I don't know what else to tell you other than we're just going to put this baby together. I don't know the best way to set up to show you what I'm doing, but again, I'm just going to show you the box, and I'm just going to unbox it for you. And this is a Walmart.com product, so if you put it together and it doesn't suit your needs or fit your space, or for whatever reason you don't want to keep it, you can just return it to your store. No problemo. No tools needed to put this baby together. I was just so excited about this. Just can you tell? Your poles all will come with a letter. These are letter G. Probably hard to see because two black poles right there. This is probably a little bit easier. H. I don't know if you can see that. Where is it? It's right there. But all the sets of poles are labeled with a letter of the alphabet. And then you will have, these are for the base. How come that's stuck down there? More poles. It can almost look a little intimidating when you get the parts, but I'm here to talk you through it. And then you have some parts like this, the wheels, and some more poles. Ouch! And then in this package right here, you have your instructions. I found them to be pretty clear, except there was a couple of little steps that I was stumped by. So that's kind of why I wanted to put the first one together, so that I would know how to do it, or at least have an example to look at if I forget. So your instructions look like this. They're in English and Spanish. I do believe that's Spanish. Okay, so step 1, insert rods F into base E as shown. And there is a little chart showing you all the numbers of the thingies. So the base is this, and then we want rods F, and that is a set of the black rods. So there's no, right or wrong, like which one you need to stick in which hole, but you have the 2 holes on this base, and you're just going to stick the rod in there. And what I did is I just kind of like stuck it in a little bit, and then when I get the other side on, I can just like put this on the floor and push down. I'll show you. So I just have this one in enough that it will stay, and then I'm going to do the same to this guy. And of course you're not going to be doing it sitting in a chair at a desk. Like that. Like this. And now I'm just going to put the base on the other end. Where is the base? What did I do with it? It's right here. Right, so it would be handy dandy. So I'm just going to find the 2 holes and put the 2 poles in the 2 holes. It's like a rhyming game. Okay, so at this point, I have the, things attached, and you can just kind of like, put it on the floor and pound a little bit and turn over and do the same thing. So that's all put together. If you don't want to use your hand to do that, you could always put a cloth, or something, and, take a hammer and do that, or whatever. Just, push down on it, and good as gold. Next! Insert rods G into base E as shown. Ensure hole in G rod is at the top as shown in the illustration. Okay, G. G are also black poles. And they say the holes to be up top, one side has a hole there. So we want to take this base and put the pole in on each side, but we want the hole to be at the top. So again, I'm just going to put it in like this, and then I'm going to just put this on the floor and push down. It doesn't have to snap or anything, you just push down. Okay, I did that. I'm going to have to change positions because you're going to need to see what I'm doing. Step 3, insert part C2 into rod I as shown. This was a little bit tricky for me because I did not know that part C1 and C2 were the same at the beginning. See, it comes like this, but this is C1 and this is C2. It comes apart. Why is the coloring all weird? It's just the stupid sunshine spoiling my day. There's 2 of these, and you just need to take them apart. Like that. And which pole do I need? I need rod I. I rod. Okay, that is, this is a silver one, our first silver rod. And you're going to take this guy, and you're going to put it in one end. There's a wider end. One end is wider than the other. You want to put the narrow end in because something else is going to go here, and then this is going to go and screw onto it. So, you know, it's important that you get that right. But if you get it wrong, it's easy to change. So, again, you can see this has like a little indented part. The indented part, you want that to point to the middle, and you want the part that doesn't have that to be on your end. And the same with the other side. Indented part goes in toward the middle. Then, what do? Then we insert C1. That's the other part of it. And this, I was like, what the hell? I couldn't understand the picture at all, but now I know. And they even have arrows to help you. The arrow has to go up. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to have the arrow going up on this end. And this part is like split. And that's the part you want to stick on here. Like this. And then this is going to end up going here. But not yet. We want to be able to, to wiggle this. Because we're going to be putting it on the black poles or something. And then the same here. We want the arrow to be going up. And we're going to insert it in that. How am I doing? Where the fuck did that go? Way the hell over there. Can I even reach it? Can I? With those drumsticks that I call legs. All right, let's get this in here like this. And arrow up, likey so. Now, we're going to insert, Oh, I skipped a step. Okay, I have to go there. Now insert part C1 into rods G as shown. Do not tighten. We cannot tighten this yet. These poles... Okay, I'm going to just show you. How am I going to show you? I think I need 2 cameras. Okay, I'm terrible about showing you how to do things, but I want to make sure that the arrows are up. See, arrow is up. So I'm putting that on here, and I'm going to do the same to that other side. Now you can see I need to turn the end, which is going to be easy to do because I didn't tighten it yet. So hang on. Okay, and before we tighten now, we're going to put another pole in here. You want to make sure that your little hole in this pole, well, doesn't have to be, perfectly sticking out at you, but, whatever. You could have it facing in any direction. And I just, like things to, be even. Where am I? Right there. So I'm just going to turn that a little bit. Okay, I got to get the other poles that we're sticking in here. So now we're inserting rod H on each side, and I can't do it with one hand, or maybe I can. We just need to make sure that we're, doing it where this little button is, going in, and we're going to just, push that in. It's much easier. Oops, if I had 2 hands, maybe if I use my right hand, that would be better. So I'm just pushing it in there, and then you just slide it down until you get to that hole in the pole. See that? So that one is done, and then I just do the same to the other side. Now I'm thinking if you wanted a shorter rack, you wouldn't have to put these poles on there. You really wouldn't. I mean, for the price, even if you wanted just a short rack that would fit in a small space or closet, you probably can't find a more sturdy short rack than this for the price. I am so white trash. I have a plunger by my sink, so just deal with it. So now we're going to screw this onto here, but I want to show you. You want to make sure that your pole is pushed all the way in, and that one is. So it's just a matter of, using both hands, and you see it can slide because it's not, attached yet. Hang on. I needed 2 hands to get it started. And that's it. You're just going to, push that on there and screw it in, and it will tighten all that up nicely. And then you can see, this one still wants to move. So you just kind of want to, push the pole, the rod. They call them rods. And let's see here. Get that on there. And just tighten that one too. And you can see it wants to slide because I'm not, holding it. But I'm going to just push it like that, and I'm going to tighten it, and it will stay put. So I have both of these nice and tight. Back to this camera. Now we want parts A and B. Those are these guys that have like the little flippy lock thing. This is going to go at the top, and we're going to insert the top bar and the 2 ends and the little caps for the ends. First, we're going to insert pipe J, I believe. Are we up to? Yes, pipe J, rod J, into one of these things. Now, one is A and one is B, but I'm just going to show you. See how there's this big flat part right there? We want the flat part sticking out. So you can just make sure that that's what's going on. And you can slide your pole in. And this locked thing is going to come in handy when you put the other pole that goes in this way. Now, I just slid mine in a little bit. You're going to know how far it has to go in when we put this on the poles that are standing up. So that's going to determine that for us. And then this guy, also that big flat part, it's got like a little silver dot, that's going out. So you want to stick it this way. And this, takes a little bit of muscle, so it's not likely that it's going to fall apart. Now we need to go put this on the 2 poles. So one side is going here, and again I'm working with one hand. Let me push that down a little bit. And you can see I'm not matching up. So this pole has to go deeper into these guys on both sides. So let me wiggle until that happens. And I didn't have to wiggle much. You also need to remember that. See, look, that's even far apart. But this bar, since it's loose, it's kind of like going in. So you can pull it out and make it fit. And then I just need to push those down on each end. Now we're taking our K bars, and you can see there's a little groove on each one. This is the end that goes into that black contraption. Now it says to open the locks, but that just flaps around until you start to stick the pole in there a little bit. And now I can feel, you know, that it's closed, so I'm going to open it so I can stick the pole in there. And you can stick it all the way in. Well, not until you put the end cap, or you know, you can close it wherever you want, but the max is like where that little line is, like that, and you can just lock it, and now that doesn't move anymore. Same thing on this side. I'm going to start it and then open that. So hard to do this with one hand, and right there, and lock. And then we have these little end caps right there that go like that. And that keeps it from, you know, going all the way in. So pretty cool, huh? I think it's cool. At this point, we are done except for the wheels. And if you didn't need this to roll, you could stop now and not put the wheels on. But we're going to put them on. I just laid this down on its side, and there's a hole on each end, and it's a matter of just pushing it in. There's no snapping, and I'm having such a hard time, again, with the one-handedness. So I'm just going to put the camera down. I'm just going to push that in. It's very easy, just like that. I just pushed it in. Nothing had to be snapped, and that's good. So you just do that on all 4 corners. And that's it. I have rack number 2. Ready for clothing. And again, I would not go over the weight that it states. I don't even know if it states a weight. Let me go look, and I'll see you at the other camera. Oh, I do believe that it shows that on the base, like if you had stuff hanging on this lower rack that wasn't too long, you could also put some baskets or some boxes or whatever and keep shoes in there, and you can just keep it, and you could just, you know, put that on top of the bars, so it gives you some storage there too. So I'm going to look at this, but I'm going to link to this exact page for you. And if you want one, like I said, I can't promise you that the price will still be $14.88. It is right now. It's Mainstays Adjustable 2-Tier Rolling Garment Rack, Chrome and Black. $14.88, sold and shipped by Walmart. I believe there's a 90-day return policy on that one. There is a link for the return policy, but isn't it 90 days for anything like that? And you can just return it to your store, and you don't have to like ship it back if you don't want. If you order these online, and if you spend, you know, more, if you order $35 worth, the items will ship to your home for free. If you don't plan on ordering anything else, you can have it shipped to your Walmart for free, and then you just go pick it up there. So that's pretty cool. 2-tier garment rack, adjustable top tier, sturdy steel construction. Top tier extends from 36.25 inches to 62 inches. Easy rolling wheels provide mobility, not for kids to ride around on though. Garment rack is easy to assemble, and it is. And the measurements are 36.25 long by 19.25 wide or deep, and 70.5 inches tall. Doesn't say the max weight that I can see, but you can go and look, and it will say stuff. It has 3.8 out of 5 stars, and that's with 691 reviews. So I think that's really, really good. And like I said, you can go have fun reading up on this stuff. You know, this clothing rack is great for the low price. It met my needs for extra hanging space. And this one says it was easy to put together, great price, and it fit about 35 of my button-down shirts, 5 vests, dress shirts, a few leather jackets, winter coats, and plenty of room to spare. A+++. Love it. I bought this for my daughter's closet. She has nothing to hang clothes on. I thought it was a great thing to buy, and it is, all caps, you know, a lot of good reviews. So I jumped on it. And if you're looking for something like this, or you think it might be useful for the price, you should jump on it too. So again, I'll have the links down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to have a place to hang the clothing. And I even can, like, you know, fold the quilt tops that I make, you know, because usually I like to put them on eBay, but sometimes I just like to have them for a little while to look at. And I can hang those on there. So I'm just really excited, and expect Upcycled Fashions to return soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!